Shalom, Sfal, Yeshua. Welcome again to the Rock. Had a wonderful feast with my beloved brothers. Awesome time. Awesome time. Hope you had a wonderful feast also. You know, like we have been, there's nothing like real fellowship, real brothers and real sisterhoods. I guess you call it real childrenhood too. Having opportunities, you know, if you haven't watched the live stream where me and my beloved brothers and their wives were on, the wife started off first, you got to see what kind of conversations we have here. Really about growth. It's really about, you know, we talked about, because during that time was the removing of leaven. But also, let's not forget what the Passover is also about. The Passover is also about deliverance. You remember when the first Passover happened, the angel of death passed over if you had that blood over the mantle or the doorpost of your house. The angel of death passed over. And in that passing over, that led to the children of Israel becoming free. Your children didn't die. Your firstborn didn't die. Those that did not have the blood, their firstborn died. And the result of that Passover, the result of that was freedom, deliverance from Egypt, coming out of her. And a lot of people, of course, they went into the wilderness and murmured, and most of them died off in there, but deliverance. It's part of that leaven. Removing the leaven should lead to you being delivered from the things that you are dealing with. We don't have that today. We don't have people being delivered. We have people doing the day of Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, just like it's another holiday. Just like it's Christmas or, you know, Easter, or they just do it like it's another day, and then when it's over, they go back to their regular life. No deliverance, no change, no nothing. We talked about that in the live stream that we did. It's sad. But anyways, you know, just in today's culture, you know, a lot of you need to be delivered from these major cities and the ways that you think, because these ways that you're thinking, these major cities they're going to shit. I'm just keeping it real. You're looking at Chicago right now. The youth, young people took over the streets, smashed up people's cars and destroyed shit, hurt people. People got shot. Baltimore, they had to institute a curfew. In an area that I know well, Compton, California, they had a bunch of youth run up into a gas station, tear up the gas station, loot the hell out of that gas station. And we're in spring. This ain't even summer yet. The heat ain't even here yet. Things ain't even gotten that bad yet. I ain't gonna come out of her. See, and that complacency is what's destroying a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are saying, well, you should give me a place, you know, can I come there now? See, people understand is that this work that we put in as a family, and the brothers that I know, this isn't a free ride scholarship. I'm not going to go through the process of a free ride scholarship, but basically it's the college is paying for you because you have shown that you have the talent to play the game, and they're funding your education, basically. In reality, they're not really funding your education. They're funding you just to go there and play ball. That's really what it is. They'll even tell you to take the classes that are easiest, at least my coach did. Take the classes that are easiest. Man, it's too fly. Take the classes that are easiest so that you can spend more time in the gym, which I did. But the school's footing the bill. And then schools, you know, each program has a certain amount of, each college program, sport, has a certain amount of scholarships they can offer, yada, yada, yada. But then there are walk-ons, and walk-ons are people that did not get a scholarship. Maybe they didn't put in the work in high school, maybe they weren't good enough. And they're walking on and hoping to get a position on a team. Now, they can also go from a walk-on to a scholarship player, but most walk-ons are just there for walk-on. They walk on, they might get in at the end of the game, yada, yada, yada. And in today's time, most people are simply that. They're walk-ons. But they want to be treated like full-ride scholarship players. They want to come to your house. They want to join your land. They want to join your family. They want to be part of whatever you're doing. But they're not bringing value to what they're doing. They just want to show up and essentially have you take care of them. They're a walk-on, but they want to be treated like a full-ride scholarship player. And it's foolish. We want to bring no value. You know, in today's society, what is one of the greatest values that are brought? Men bring penis and women bring vaginas. And most of that time, it's not even value. It's been used, it's been corrupted, it's been devalued. But we still want the full price paid for it. This is why, for myself, my family, I focus on that, myself and my family. Because I'm realizing there is a very wicked system, belief that's coming through that is permeating, that tells men that you are supposed to pay the highest value for somebody that there's an 80% chance likelihood that they're going to walk out of your life with your possessions, with half of your possessions. What value is that? Men losing their whole households, losing their salvation for vagina. Willing to pay the ultimate price. And what it's led to is a broken down society, a broken down people, a lost people that are going to be swallowed up by what we see coming. There is a dramatic shift taking place economically, financially, I'm going to say even maritally. You're seeing, you're starting to see a dramatic shift where suddenly the value of men is starting to go up a little bit. These women who hit their late 30s, even early 20s, are starting to see, man, I'm wasting my life away chasing a career. I'm wasting my life away. And I'm watching all this money I've made, I'm watching it be devalued day by day. People who, sisters, women who ran out there to chase their career, who are struggling to pay rent, but are 10 years into their career. Don't have a family. Went out there, had some fun, had sex outside of wedlock, maybe brought forth a child or two, and now are mad and are literally trying to convince and tell men that you're nothing because you won't take her on. Literally. And I talked about this prior. I said that make the wise decisions now while you have the time. I said this years ago. Make the wise decisions now while you have the time, instead of waiting to find out that your plan, your system doesn't work. And then after your system doesn't work, now you want to run to somebody and say, hey, here's my life, here's my problems, here are all my debts. Here's my baby mama, baby daddy drama. Can you take care of all that? Men are closing their doors because they're realizing what is coming. Those that have the eyes to see are closing their doors because they're seeing what is coming. It literally is a purge-like atmosphere that is being created. Shootings, killings, people, everything's just going crazy. Sodom and Gomorrah. Everything is going crazy. You thought you could play along in this game and you weren't going to get burnt. Now everybody wants to join together and buy land. Now that land prices have skyrocketed. Now you lost your job. Now they're talking about in the next 3 to 5 years, most of these jobs, 20 to 30% of jobs are going to be completely liquidated and taken over by robots. Can you imagine the unemployment rate jumping up another 30%? People are finding themselves trapped. And I don't understand why it is you didn't listen. You didn't want to listen to what I was saying, fine. There were many other people saying this exact same thing. Come out of her, be ye separate. Touch not the unclean thing. No, I'm going to keep touching the unclean thing. I'm going to keep not being separate. But then once I try it and it doesn't work out for me, now I'm willing to. Well, I hope you do understand that Saul was king for a time. And then when he brought those animals back, instead of destroying everything like he was told to do, y'all rejected him as king. He got cut off. He cried to Samuel. Didn't change nothing. So why is it that we don't listen? Why is it we call ourselves in the faith? We call ourselves Israel, and we don't listen. And many will suffer from that. Many don't have that deliverance. They'll do Passover. They'll feel real good about it, knowing that they're going to go right back to the leaven, right back to that same place. They're going right back into Egypt. No deliverance for them. You watch certain people leave Egypt, and they leave and they get to, Yah willing, make it through the wilderness, make it through the trials and tribulations of the wilderness to make it to the land that Yah had for them. But you're still sitting back in Egypt. Some of them complained in the wilderness, got destroyed. You know, there's only a few that made it. Which one are you? The ones that never left Egypt? Because it seems to me like a lot more are not leaving Egypt, are going to be suffering the plagues of Egypt. It says, come out here, my people, so that you will not partake in their sins. Or, I'm going to make it more modern, suffer from the plagues. Yet these plagues are going to wipe out so many people. And a lot of those people are going to be ones that call themselves Israel because they did not move when they had the opportunity to move. They did not take heed when their day of visitation came, they slept through it. When the bridegroom came, they were one of the 5 foolish, still going back looking for oil. When you should have had your oil when the bridegroom came. You should be in a position right now, either in a position or moving as fast as you can to get into a position. Because our doors are closing. And with each door that closes, there's an opportunity missed for one of you. Bless y'all. We're back to planting these green beans. Got some started. Got like 200 climbers started. We're gonna be doing a lot of canning this summer for the winter. A lot of canning of green beans. One thing our family likes. When you have a big family, you better grow a lot of food. Shalom.